And we are live. So, yet another fly for a friend of mine, Jock Scott. I'm gonna do a short twist on it. I'm gonna use Vulturine Guinea as a front tackle instead, just to spice up things. So let me change the camera angle. There we are. Oh, perfect. I can have a reggae t-shirt as well. Lovely. So, extra small silver tinsel. Let's start with that. And before I do anything else, I'm gonna show you what kind of hook I'm tying on. So I'm just gonna attach this one. I'm tying on a 5/0 today since it's gonna be framed. So the hook I'm tying on today is handmade by Graham Cully, 5/0. So a few turns of this tinsel then. I think I go with 4. Just securing it. There we go. So I'm gonna cut off that one. And then I'm gonna put some pressure here with the nails, making it really tight. So it looks good. And the next step on this fly is some yellow silk. Hi Monty, how are you, buddy? So just attaching the silk. I schedule it a bit early, at least for us here in Europe. But I want to have some relaxed time watching YouTube myself later, so that's why. Sorry for that. And this Saturday, I'm gonna have like a tying frenzy. I'm gonna do a lot of Scandinavian tube flies, as well as I need to tie another Trahörn pattern, Gitana. I demolished the one I did earlier because it started to move, so I need to tie a new one. I wasn't pleased with it anyhow, so hopefully I can do it better this time. That's also gonna be on Saturday. It's not scheduled yet, but I'm gonna add it. So I'm just adding the silk here. Just using the silk to even out the body towards where the gute is tied in. I want a nice body on this one. Somewhere there, I can just cut off the leftovers. So going back then, before we tie in the tail, we're going to build a foundation with the thread, just to even out everything. Something like that. And then I'm going to add a bit of wax. There we go. So, time for the tail. I prepared one. And then we can cut the leftover here as well. Then I go back. We have the Indian crew. I'm going to use a substitute. It's actually pitta that I colored myself. It's the feathers in the rump, so to say. Lower back, or close to the tail. So I'm just going to brush it out first. I did wet it. Now it's looking good. Let me show you guys. There it is. I did come on quite good. So I'm gonna keep that one. Then we're gonna have, let me see, black herl. So I'm gonna do the body today, and then it's gonna be part 2 when we do the rest. So I'm not rushing the fly too fast. I want it to be looking pretty nice. So there we go. So just securing it. And it's time for the first tinsel. Oval, I go with the very thin. Just gonna hide it here in the back where it's not in the way. And then almost half gonna be yellow. I always do a little bit less than half because you need to think about the front tackle covering almost that part. So then it's gonna look even. There we go. Some yellow silk again. Just tying it in carefully. Then we just remove this one. Then it's time to wrap it all the way back and then forward again. When going forward, I tend to try to level out the body. I think we will have sufficient material, hopefully. Pretty close. There we are. That was very close. Hi, Fixin. How are you? So, 5 turns with the tinsel. And then we can tie it in. I'll tie it in a bit forward as well, just securing it. And the rest I can use for another fly. I always save these ones. Now we're going to add some toucan. Wax thread. I actually have a substitute that I'm going to use because the toucan patch I got, it's very, very light, almost white. So I need to color it, but I haven't done that yet. Lengthwise, quite good. Hi, Rob. How are you? Great timing. For me, I'm past dinner. I think that look quite nice. So what it is actually the neck of a swan. I think it was Ryan Houston who did those substitute back in the days. So when I had 3 more feathers, I think that was sufficient in volume. Just want to make sure they stay nice. It's a bit tricky feather to work with, but so are the Toucan. So I'm just gonna tie it in, see how it looks. In worst case, I can wet them and force them to be as I want. Yeah, I think I will do that. Now I did the rib. Sorry, I forgot to look at the chat. It's just very, very thin. But I'm also very good at forgetting things like horns. So I think we should have a herl there. Yeah, it was a bit some time ago. I tied one. I rarely tie green Highlander and Jock Scott actually. I will try to do part 2 of this one on Friday, else it's going to be on Saturday as well. Just for your information, guys. Tying in quite a lot of herl. I like the look of it. And we go back. Yeah, that happened a few times. Completely forgot to rib. So, next step then, the next tinsel. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Lagerton, metallic tinsel. There we go. It might be too thick. That's gonna look good. Just tying it in the whole way. It's so thin, so it doesn't really build. While we're back here, some wax to the thread. Yeah, sometimes you're so into the, two steps ahead, and then that's dangerous because then you, for instance, you miss something. Like the other day when I did the variegated sunfly, I was so into, the herl head, so I jumped to it, and then after I touched everything, I just realized that I forgot to add the horns. That's classic. Happens all the time. I did prepare a herl, so I doubled the fiber, so you attach it. I'm just going to show you guys. You attach the feather, and then you just pull down all the fibers, so you have everything on one side. That's how you do it. Same here, I just tie it in everything. And then we're going to have the black silk. There we go. Just securing that one. So same here, tight wraps backwards. And then forward again. And then I even out the body as good as I can. So I'm just removing the fibers from the cock hackle so I don't tie them in. So the last couple of turns in the back always takes a bit more time. I got one fiber there, I noticed. So, just securing the silk. A few turns with the thread. Yeah, horsehair looks pretty good and works quite well. I use mono, but I need to get some sandpaper so I can make them look a bit more, old. Nah, I'm not happy with that one. So I'm gonna redo it. I want it to be a bit tighter. Now we have a better look. And now we can cut that one off. And I'm gonna wrap just a few turns with the thread just to make sure it's hidden. So don't cut off the thread by accident because it's pretty sharp. So you wrap the hackle just behind. Real careful. There we go. I'm gonna do, I think I go with just one in the front and then we tie it in. There we go. Just cleaning up a bit. I still need to teach the feathers how to behave. So I'm gonna do that a few times until they stay in line. So, last step for today. My twist, the Vulturine Guinea fall front hackle. I think it looks much nicer and behave much nicer than the normal Guinea fall. I even, most common when I tie a Jock Scott, I use Vulturine Guinea fall. Oh, sorry, Capercaillie as a front hackle. Just a bit of wax. There we go. So I'm just gonna get everything pointing forward and cut it off. Just in case, a few stronger wraps with the thread. And then some additional wax so we can tie it in. So just pushing everything backwards. And then we tie it in and secure it. So I'm just gonna brush it out a bit. Just have a look at that front hackle. That's really, really nice. So guys, that's it for today, a quick one. So I can have some time upstairs as well. I hope you enjoyed the start of it. Yeah, I think the length of it is quite nice. So Friday or Saturday gonna be part 2. I'm gonna schedule it just so you know, and we do finish the fly, the whole wing and sides and everything. So just reading up here. Yeah, so far it looks good, but a lot of things can happen, as you guys know. So thanks a lot for today. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out of part 2. And see you in that video. Have a nice day. Bye.